Okay, hi everybody. Today we're going to work on section 6.3, which means we're going to be solving percent for problems using the percent equation. So you need to know what the percent equation is. It's similar to the percent proportion, which we already talked about, except all percents are written in decimal form. Very big, might want to highlight that or something so you remember. In order to do the percent equation, you need to know what the word is and of mean in English to translate them to math. Is means equals and of means multiply. Now, if you notice, I wrote it down here again, all percents must be written as decimals. You have to make sure you do that. If you don't, you will get the whole problem wrong. So this is something that's new that you did not have to do with the proportion because we put it over 100. Okay, so this you have to make sure to change it. Let's do some examples. Part 1, we're going to be solving problems here. 19 is what percent of 25? So we're just going to translate. 19 is, we just said math equals. What percent? We don't know, so we're going to have to use a variable, x or p, whatever you want to use, times 25. I'm going to change the order there and put the 25p, so we don't write p25. Now we just solve our equation. Divide both sides by 25. Cancel out. I'm going to bring the p over here. Do 19 divided by 25. I get 0.76. Now, you're not quite done because it asked for a percent, but we have gotten a decimal answer, so we need to move it over 2, and we will get 76%. Okay, one for you to try. Actually, I think I'm going to do the first 3 and then I'll let you do the last 2. Okay, so let's do this one. 84 means equals 16%. It's a percent. I had told you need to make it a decimal, so don't forget to move it over to 0.16 times what number? We don't know. X. Solve by dividing both sides by 0.16. Cancel out. 84 divided by 0.16. I get the number is 525. The question asks what number. It's not a percent. We don't have to do any more moving of decimals. Okay. Basically, if you remember, you're going to move the decimal at least once at one time in each problem. We moved it here in the beginning. On the first one, we moved it in the answer. Number 3, find 60% of 96. Okay? Find, that means we want to know what x equals. Sorry, thought I clicked on the pen. X equals 60%. Got to make that a decimal. 0.6 times 96. All you're doing is multiplying. You're not really even solving. This is a simple equation. X equals, I get 57.6. And that's it. Okay, you're going to do numbers 4 and 5, translate them to an equation, solve the equation. Remember, percents need to be written as decimals. And then if they're asking for the percent, don't forget to move it back so that you have a percent. Copy those down. All right, part 2, we have 2 more problems to do. I'm going to do them with you, both of them with you. We're going to be solving problems involving taxes. Now, tax is something that we have to pay an additional to. Okay, so we're going to be adding it on. Chan wants to buy a cell phone that costs $180. If a 7% sales tax is added, what is the total cost? So first we need to figure out how much we want to add, and then we're going to add it on. We have to figure out what 7% of 180 is. So I'm going to do 180 times 0.07, because that's what 7% is as a decimal. And that'll tell me what the tax is. So I'm going to pay $12.60 for the tax. I have to add that to my 180, and that'll tell me how much my total is. Okay? Because it asks what's the total cost. There is a way to do this in one step. Some of you might know that already. We're going to talk about it in class. You can raise your hand when I ask and share it with your peers. Add this, the total amount that you're going to have to pay is $192.60. Okay, so that's one way to do it. The next problem, a $45 mixer sold for $47.70 with tax. What is the percent of sales tax? So we want to know the percent. Well, first let's figure out how much tax we paid. Let's subtract it out. The total is $47.70 minus 45. $47.70 minus 45 is $2.70. So this is how much the tax is. Okay, so we know the tax, $2.70, equals the percent times 45. So 45 times some percent, P, that we don't know. There's our equation. That's what relates it back to what we were doing in part 1. Solve for the percent. 2.7 divided by 45. Okay, the percent I get is 0.06. That's the decimal. We need to make it a percent. Move it over to, it's 6% sales tax. We will do a bunch more word problems together in class, and that's it for tonight. Have a good one.